Men have changed, and here's the proof. In this courtyard of Florence's Basso fortress, more than 30,000 people on the lookout for what the competition's up to and taking orders. It's the 87th year of Pitti Uomo. Men's fashion fairs don't get bigger or chicer than this.
Look at this gent here. Look how he's dressed. A great example of Pitti elegance.
A good example of masculine style, I hope.
Why is men's fashion so important all of a sudden?
Because before it was really fixed, in the sense there were rules for dressing if you're a banker. We're more open now. There are many more options.
Men's fashion is a fast-growing market. Valued at €9 billion over the past 10 years, that's just under the 11 billion generated by women's wear. The Italian government's keen to expand its textiles industry. A €260 million investment scheme aims to give small businesses a leg up on the international scene.
This is a country that has a lot of specialism, a lot of know-how that's linked to cities, precise districts with small businesses. The average number of employees for an Italian textile business is around 8 people. That is, in a way, a weakness for our industry, but it's also its strength. And each small business which is connected to all the other businesses has held on to this artisanal, creative essence, which doesn't exist in other countries.
World-renowned tailors are out in force, but Pitti Uomo's keen to push younger contemporary designers. Antpitagora takes inspiration from traditional Italian door knockers, which he combines with photographs of exotic road trips.
In this collection I've done a futuristic printing, because my prints are like the city in the night with the light in movement.
Of the 1,200 labels exhibiting, 40% are from outside Italy. Rombaut is Flemish. A dedicated vegan, he makes shoes from vegetarian-friendly materials that pass for leather and fur.
Now we've got suppliers who can create materials that really look authentic. Actually, people don't even realize. They see it and think it's real. And that's the point of the brand, really, to promote shoes that are beautiful, but also ethically and ecologically sound.
Hiroyuki Murase belongs to an established textile community in the Japanese town of Arimatsu. The family's worked with the shibori technique for more than a century, an ancient form of cloth dyeing. They supply some of the world's most exclusive luxury goods brands, whilst also developing their own label.
This technique is usually for kimono, so very traditional handwork in Japan. But now we use this technique. Usually this is only for cotton, but now we use cashmere, alpaca, mohair, or even polyester fabric.
Now we can say that a man's beautiful, but that would have been impossible a few years ago.
No, that's not true. No. What's really changed is the way we can express ourselves. Before, elegance was very much linked to the nobility, to people who could dress themselves very expensively. Now it's much easier to pay attention to your clothes, even if you don't earn an enormous amount of money.
That said, these bespoke handmade creations are hardly cheap. Turkish Begum Kiroglu grew up in a household of Ottoman art experts and herself studied Chinese art in Shanghai. Her specialism? Cufflinks.
I find the artisans in Istanbul, in the old town, and I'm working with the artisans, and we're using the old crafting techniques. All is handmade in Istanbul, and with the inspiration of imperial, Ottoman and Chinese heritages. And now the brand is sold in 10 countries and 20 sales points.
To distinguish themselves from a sea of luxury accessories, young labels privilege the history and stories behind their products. Pitti is a family-run fashion house from Tuscany that's just celebrated its 20th birthday. Experts in high-tech clothing, they've got more than one patent to their name. Their new collection focuses on photo reporter chic, elegant and hard-wearing, with lots of pockets.
After you.
No, after you. Okay, off we go.
I'll just leave this here.
One standout moment from Pitti 2015 was the launch of new experimental label Hood by Air. 9 years ago in New York, they were a small business selling sweatshirts. Now they're a cult brand, backed by fashion powerhouse LVMH.
When we were invited, we were like, let's do something very distinctive. I think usually we have our own form of dressing up, which is like almost like informal. And this time we said we're going to do something that's coming from a formal point of view, but made for us. So this is sort of the new perspective to like this collection that just happened. Yeah.
Hood by Air isn't a fashion house, but a label, a group of young artists with new ideas and an innovative approach. Exhibiting alongside Italian and Japanese fashion dynasties, they can learn from fashion greats while staying true to their renegade spirit.